A new day is dawning. Another trip around the sun begins. Join us for another compelling episode of It's Amanda Yoa. I don't know. I was just fucking around. I thought, let me change it up instead of like, hey, friends, welcome back. You know what I mean? But hey, friends, welcome back. It's your girl, Amanda Yoa. I'm fucking nuts. I swear to God. Oh my God. But guess what? If you're showing up here week after week, you're just as nuts as me. All right. What are we unpacking this week? Let me see what I got on my list of bullshit that I wanted to bullshit about. Oh my gosh. So if you did not see, your girl went back to her alma mater. That's correct. I went back to Little Flower Catholic High School for Girls just in case. Look, I wore my shirt. I wore my shirt today in celebration of me entering back into the school that I have not stepped foot in since I graduated in 2004. Okay. Been a very long time. I will tell you, everything looked the same, but like in a good way. Like it wasn't dilapidated. Like they've kept such a good care of everything. It's like a time capsule in there. That's what I love the most. Like when you walk into that place, you can feel the history, right? You can feel like the other women who came before you who walked those halls. Like I'm a sucker for like history and nostalgia. So the fact that it looks the same and other women who graduated in years before me, classes, I mean, I've been having women commenting on my little tour video that I did. If you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, what are you doing? It's Amanda Yoa. But I been seeing some of the comments, and women leave their graduation year like 68, 87, 93, 91, 96. Like I've been watching and reading each and every one of your comments, and it was like a trip down memory lane for all of you. And like you had said, like it looks exactly the same, but it's such a beautiful school. And like I said, if anyone in the Philadelphia area is looking for a place for their kid to go for some Catholic education, Little Flower, your girls, it's an all girls school still, but Little Flower Catholic High School for Girls is the place to go. Okay. It was such a good trip. I gotta be honest, I had a little bit of PTSD for Shank Dog. I immediately walked in and felt like I was going to be sick. Didn't even realize I was wearing earrings that were bigger than a quarter. So I got if you've seen your girl Pam got some demerits. Pam was there with me too, reminiscing her high school days. She graduated years before me. But I gotta be honest, I had a little like, is Miss Shank around? Is she here? I almost had to look down to make sure I wasn't wearing my uniform. And if I was wearing my uniform, was my uniform to my knee? To my knee, because she was a stickler. She used to line us up in the hallway and come down to each girl with a ruler to make sure that shit was at the knee, not right above the knee, definitely not 2 inches above the knee, to the knee. Okay. And if you wanted to wear your uniform above your knee, girls knew you couldn't play around, but there were loopholes. For instance, we would staple our uniforms. And then when we knew Shank was coming around, we just quickly ripped the staples out, as to not accrue demerits. So, there was loopholes back then, but Shank didn't mess around. Miss Shank did not mess around. I don't know where she's at these days, but I'm telling you, that woman didn't have to yell. When she came into a room, you knew she was in the room. Am I right, ladies? Shank came into the room, you knew she was in the room. She didn't have to scream your name. You better have heard her say your name in her monotone, low, calm, and collected, I know I'm the shit voice, or your ass was in trouble. That was a you problem, not a her problem. She said your name. You better have heard it. Or, your ass is in some shit. So I had a little PTSD, but it brought back so many fond memories. And I was saying too, like, it was almost bittersweet for me because I was like, I was reconnecting with that version of myself. Now, I was going to explain this on the video, but I'm like, let me save it for the podcast. My high school years, I was very depressed. it was very hard for me to transition from grade school with the people that I went to school with for 8 years to now having to share space with girls that from all over Philadelphia that I didn't know. That was really difficult for me. I'm not and sometimes I can still be the same way. I'm like they have a new name for us now. We're introverted extroverts, but there's a whole new name and I don't know the name of it. But I'm not that person, and people are sometimes surprised to learn this about me, but I'm not that person that enters the room and I'm like, I'm here, the party's here, you know what I mean? Once you get to know me and I get to know you, then you realize, okay, she is the party. She is the moment. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a good time with your girl. But I'm not that person immediately entering the room that you realize, okay, like spotlights on me. I'm just not, unless I'm, entertaining and performing, then yes, I do that to entertain and perform, but that's not who I am 24/7. Like sometimes people come up to me and they like I see them on the street and they expect Pam out of me, which is a little wild, especially when I'm not dressed like Pam. But I know you guys are so invested in me and what I do and how I show up on Instagram. But just know, there's many facets to me depending on what time and what day of the week you run into me. So going to high school was really tough for me, and transitioning and, making friends with girls that I had like numerous classes with. And then like I just got really depressed in high school. So I was kind of like a hermit. I kept to myself. Like I was just like, get me in and get me out of here. You know what I mean? Looking back, they were such fun times, like the things and events that we did. I just wish I was in a different mindset, because I know like the girls that I'm friends with now, I seldom talked to in high school because I was just so much like within myself. You know what I'm saying? So it was almost like I was meeting that version of me and just giving her a hug and letting her know, like, girl, we made it. We made it. Because those were, I have to be quite honest, like my high school years were some dark times for me. I was very depressed, very anxious, and just it was rough. It was really rough. But I love those years fondly. I really do. I don't look back with bad memories. They're all good memories. The girls that I shared, homeroom with, being in the TV club with Mr. Kuhl, who I wish was still working there because I would have loved to give him a big, big hug, because he was like, TV club, you could go to Kuhl's room for homeroom. So 3 out of my 4 years, I was in Kuhl's room for homeroom. And he was kind of like that. I don't even think he realized the impact that he had on my life, but he kept me from maybe slipping into an even darker hole. I will say that. So, Kuhl, if you're ever listening to me, thank you very much for being that light during my darkest days. But oh my God, I remembered Ronzoni's room. Like, as soon as we got to the second floor, I was like, that was Ronzoni's room. Just had like an energy to it. So many good memories. So many good memories. It was such a fun time to be able to walk those halls again, meet the teachers I met. So I had the only 2 teachers that were there from when I graduated was Gillespie, who was our religion teacher in senior year, and Miss Deal, who I had for art 2 years. And I love those teachers. Both religion was senior year was probably one of my favorite classes. And I still have my religion journal, which reading that, I'm like, damn girl, you were like, thank God we made it out. Okay. Talk about dark times. Your girl was going through some shit. So I had a good time. And, I will be at the bingo event at St. Dominic's this Saturday. So if you got your ticket already, I'm pretty sure tickets are sold out by now. I mean, they sold 300 and some tickets. So I'm super excited to see everybody. Super excited to run into some girls that I graduated with. It was such a fun day. Such a fun day. But I wanted to talk about that because I didn't explain that in the video. But yeah, my high school years were rough. They were so rough. I was like kind of in my own shell, my own world, like almost like in a fog for like 4 years. Crazy when I look back. Like, damn, if I could do it over again, you know what I mean? Like in this mindset on who I am now, I would have done everything. Would have been in every show, would have played all the instruments, like just doing all the shit. Like teenage years are rough. ladies, if you have girls that are about to go into school, or boys, like, check in with them, make sure their mindset's right. Like, I'm always checking in with my daughter, making sure she's okay, making sure everything in school's okay, her relationships. Like, I feel like especially girls can be so rough. And I think one thing that, as a mom, as a parent, that you can sometimes say, just that as like reaction, when your daughter comes to you like, oh, I'm not talking to this one, or we're not friends anymore. Why? What happened? What did you do? You're focusing on that one relationship. There comes a point where you have to pivot and ask questions like, okay, so what kind of friend do you want to have? What kind of qualities do you want to have? Like, refocus them so they're not so like bogged down and depressed about losing that person, because the reality of the situation is that person probably wasn't for them anyway, and there's some bullshit going on where they do need space between each other. You know what I mean? So refocus and give them that guidance towards what they need in that moment, what type of friend they're looking for. I think that would help them out so much. I try to do that with my daughter, but I mean, she's seems to have great relationship with all her friends now. Knock on wood. I mean, she's doing pretty well, but check in with your kids from time to time. It's always good. I wish I had more people that would have checked in on me during those times. I think a lot of times I would put on like a facade, like I was doing a lot better than I actually was, just because I didn't want anyone to ask me questions or bother with me. So even if you have a kid like that, still ask questions, because chances are sometimes, if not all the time, they need that. They really do. So there you go. There was my trip down memory. I can't talk today. I can't say memory lane at Little Flower. What else did I do this week? Oh, let me tell you this. I'm telling you right now, this is me keeping myself accountable. The whole New Year, New Me bullshit. I don't do that because I know I'm not going to keep myself accountable. I'm setting myself up for failure. But I did say to myself, Amanda, we're going to work out for like a couple months until the summertime, because you've been bitching and complaining about your arms after losing all that weight and how flabby they are. So let's tone them up if we can. Okay. So I went on Amazon. I got these bands that you can do like certain workouts with. I'm like, easy enough. I can do it at home in the morning. Done. I'm setting myself up for success. It can't get any easier than this. Let me just show you where these bad boys have stayed since the day they came in the mail. Okay. They've been right here on my desk. Haven't moved. Haven't even opened it. As you can see clearly, the tape is still, if you're watching this, the tape's still attached to the box that these came in. Okay. I went as far as taking them out of the plastic bag that Amazon delivered it in, opened it up and was like, oh, they're my bands. Left them on this table, and that's where they stayed. So I looked at them this morning and got pissed off at myself, because I'm like, here you are, Amanda. Like, you wanted to tone your arms up. You're going to be bitching and complaining come time to wear tank tops that you got bat wings underneath your arms. So let's get our shit together, okay? And let's try to tone these bad boys up as best as we can. So I'm going to put these on the opposite side of the table. Whereas if I'm walking out of here, I can grab them on my way out and actually use them. It's a step in the right direction. Holding myself accountable, because I was just so pissed at myself this morning when I came in and saw them things. I'm like, you know what? I can't take you. I cannot stand you. When we sit and have a conversation with ourselves, we draw out a plan and look where we are. It's so hard for me sometimes. I need like an accountability. Those like shock collars that they give dogs that are like bad and you just can't get it through to them. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to have to shock this motherfucker. I need that for myself. Like, I don't know if there's a way to where if I walk past the bands without doing it, it'll shock me. Like, bitch, get over there and start working out before you get on with your day. Get your ass up out of bed. That's what I need to do. I need to get up a half an hour earlier than I normally do. And let me tell you, the mornings for me are rough. I've really come, and maybe I've been in denial about this whole thing, But come to find out, I'm not a morning person. Now, I don't think I'm like to the extreme, but I'm definitely starting to acknowledge that I'm not a morning person. Okay. So my sleep, I need every second of sleep I get. But I started noticing that my biological clock, like the time that I get up every day I've been getting up before my alarm went off. So I usually just lay there and try to go back to sleep, and I end up not going back to sleep. So maybe I need to take this as like the universe or God or whoever is kicking me in my ass and saying, get your ass up and get down there and start doing your arm exercises before you're bitching and complaining come summertime that you didn't do your arm exercises. So that's what I'm going to start doing. Maybe I'll bring them up in my room, but I need a shot. I think I do. I need a shock cop. They should have that for humans. That's a good idea. We can just shock ourselves into health and wealth and whatever it is that we're trying to do for ourselves. I need an accountability of some way, shape, or form. Okay. It'd just be much easier to get some sort of shock collar than to pay like a coach or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It is what it is. You know, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? The first step is acknowledging the problem, holding yourself accountable. Okay. I'm now coming off that next step. We're taking new steps forward. And that is shocking ourselves into the body that we want. Literally. Okay. There you go. All right, quick sponsor break before I shift gears into delirium. This episode is brought to you by Stampone Law, a Philly-based personal injury law firm that's been fighting for local families since 1984. If you've been in a car accident, had a slip and fall, or dealing with something like a medical malpractice or wrongful death, perhaps, they've got the experience to help you get what you deserve. They offer free, confidential consultations so you can understand your options without any pressure. So if you or someone you love was hurt because of someone else's negligence, make sure you've got the right team on your side. Check them out at stamponelaw.com. Their information is in this episode's description. We Fight for the Underdog is something that I saw on their website, and I was like, you know what? I love that. That's so Philly. Lets me know they're real people and they're down to get down. They're down to help you out and get you what you deserve. So check them out, stamponelaw.com. All right. Switching gears, if you're not showering after the bar, what are you doing? We're doing plenty. Again, if you did not follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? It's Amanda Yoa. Go watch the video that I posted last week. That's been getting a lot of traction. I didn't realize it was going to blow up that way. I'm like, listen, I don't know about you. If we want to act like we're not dirtballs, you know, when we've had too much to drink, by all means, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I know I'm not a dirtball. In my, you know, when I am sober and about my business. But there are nights when you go out and you just know for a fact that you're about to get fucked up. Okay. And what that entails is many a things. Many a things. At least it did. I know now some of us, you know, we're in our 40s, we're in our late 30s. Our party hours have ended. But if you're going to sit there with a straight face and tell me that when you were in your 20s, in your party era, you came home, got a shower, and went to bed every single night out, I don't know who you're trying to kid on, because it ain't me. Okay? We woke up looking like we were ran over by a Mack truck. Hair disheveled, makeup on. Maybe some of us went, like, sometimes, you know, we just kept bags, like Barney bags with just anything and everything. Shout out to Danielle. If you're listening to this, that was you, girlfriend. She had everything in her bag. So some of us kept makeup wipes. Okay. I can see some of us just quickly, you know, getting out of the bar, coming home, eating, wiping our face or makeup wipe. You'd wake up, there will be food and makeup wipes just thrown everywhere. I can see as far as that. But to tell me that you got into the shower, annihilated, there'd be a lot more slip and fall deaths in this earth. Okay. Don't even try to tell me for 1 second. I've seen some people, I'm showering after the bar. I don't know about you, but like I'm getting a shower. Girlfriend, no. No, you weren't. You weren't. You were scarfing down McDonald's, okay? You probably got the double cheeseburger meal with a large fry and a Coke. Okay, the mustard and the ketchup was just down your face, probably down your neck, down your outfit. All right, I don't know who we're trying to kid here. We were feral wild animals. The same people who try to say they get a shower after the bar are the same people I see posting in their stories about, when we were feral in our 20s. Okay, well then own up to our actions, because I know me. There's been plenty of times where I've woken up looking like I probably should have been in a body bag. Okay, I probably should have been a corpse, because that's what I looked like. There was actually one time where I thought I did die. I'm like, great, Amanda, you did it this time. You overdid it this time. We're dead. We're dead. I woke up. All I saw was bright white. I was laying in my brother-in-law's guest room on the floor, and all I saw was bright white. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. I'm dead. I did it this time. I did it. I went overboard. I did too much drinking, too much partying. What the hell? Then all of a sudden, the hangover started seeping in. I started getting nauseous. My head started wham, wham, because it was so bright. I realized what actually was taking place was I was very much alive, laying down on the floor. I must have been, thought I was going to get sick. So I went to bed with the bathroom trash can, which was white. And I must have just, I don't know, passed out. Somehow the trash can got over my head. So I slept with the trash can over my head. And the sun was beaming in on the white trash can, illuminating it into a heavenly whiteness that I thought was my death, when in reality, I probably should have went and got an IV bag or two that day. It was the worst hangover of my life. So, I mean, I'm just trying to give you an actual depiction of what it really was like when we used to go out, because I know for a fact we weren't showering. We weren't showering. That whole night was a disaster. You knew when you were going out, shit was about to go down. You were not only going out to the bar, you were going to the after hours club. Even if you were there for like a half an hour to just get those extra 3-4 drinks in that you know good and well you didn't need. You didn't need them. You were already annihilated before even walking in the door. You didn't need them, but you had to go. So there you were, going in the after hours. Okay. Then, oh, you going back to so-and-so's house? We're going to get food and go back to so-and-so's house and eat the food. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's just continue the night. The night turns into daytime. You're now looking up like you're Dracula. Okay, seeing the sunrise. It's 6 a.m. You're still up in your attire. You've already eaten. You might still be drinking at this point. Okay. You're now like, okay, it's time for me to wind down. It's a new day. I'm still out since 8 o'clock last night, 9 o'clock last night. When did we go out in our 20s? Sometimes we didn't go out the door till like midnight, but we were drinking because we couldn't afford to go out and drink that long. So we would like pregame, right? Get somebody to buy us beer or whatever, and then go out at like 11 midnight or whatever. You went on a whole binge. Okay. There's no way we were ever capable enough of getting in the shower. No, we were going home. We were eating. Even if you didn't go and get food, you were raiding whoever's fridge you were there making whatever. Sometimes you'd have somebody that was like not as drunk as you that could whip up breakfast. Best night ever. Okay. Then you would end up sleeping over their house, waking up on the couch. Like, what the hell is my life? What is that smell? Oh my God, it's me. What do I look like? Oh my God, like The Walking Dead. You're just pale white, makeup all down your face, hair disheveled, clothes are disheveled. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was our lives. Let's just be accountable and tell it how it is. If anyone's not going to do it, it's going to be me. Okay. I'm just going to call it how it is. Now, I will tell you, we're now like, in our late 30s, our 40s and beyond. So those nights are far and few in between, but I'm just going to keep it real. When I do have those nights where I want to break out the inner feral millennial within myself, you best believe. And it's usually in Wildwood. When you see me down Wildwood, if you ever see me out down Wildwood, I'm just going to apologize now for my actions. Okay? Because I don't know how to act. I don't know how to act. I have a lot of fond memories of having shore houses, and it just something happens the minute I go out down there, all those memories come flooding back, and I think I'm that 20-some girl who used to be able to get down with the get down. I don't know what happens. It's like my soul is overtaken. I'm possessed. I need an exorcism when I'm in Wildwood. What else can I say? I don't know what happens. It overtakes me. It's Wildwood, baby. What else can I say? All right. So Wildwood drunk is a totally different level. So I will tell you, if you see me out this summer in Wildwood, I'm on a tangent. I'm on a tear. Okay. It's going to be Amanda waking up, not showered. Now I probably will go as far as putting on pajamas and washing my face, but to tell me, unless I am drunk to the point where you got to put me in the shower. I have 2 chaperones on either side entering me into the shower. And it's probably because I might have thrown up down myself. Now, I hope I never get to that point. I feel like I've outgrown that at least. That'll never happen. That'll never be me. I'm just going to keep it real. Okay. I'm eating. I'm coming home. I'm eating. I'm laughing. I'm talking shit about whatever happened that night. That's what I'm doing. So I don't know who we're trying to kid or what stories we're trying to tell, but we got to keep it real. So if anyone's going to keep it real, it's going to be me. That's what we're doing. If you're not showering after the bar, what are you doing? If you're showering after the bar, you didn't bar enough. Someone wrote that on the comment, and I was like, you know what? She's absolutely correct. You didn't bar enough. Your night was not nighting. No, that's like a relaxing dinner out with friends, maybe a weeknight thing. You come back, you get a shower. When you're out on a tear, there's no shower. We're not showering when we're on a tear. No, we're not. Okay. All right. I just thought I'd bring that up in conversation because I was like, you know what? After reading some of these comments and some of these women, like, I don't know about you, but I'm showering. I don't know who you're trying to kid, hon. You ain't showering. We all know it. It's fine. It's fine. Take your sheets off your bed, right? Like, we have washing machines. It's okay. So I know we don't like to go to bed dirty, but there's going to come a time where that happens, even in our 40s. Now, for me, like I said, it's like a once a year, maybe twice a year thing, especially if I'm in Wildwood. Shit happens. You deserve that night out. Us as parents, as moms, as women with careers, so many responsibilities. Every now and then, you deserve a night out where you just get feral, baby. And if nobody's going to tell you that, it's going to be me. Now, for all my sober babies, like for those of you who are living that sober life, good for you. Find an outlet for yourself. And I know you've probably all found one. And I encourage that. Take it to the max. You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve it. You deserve it. We deserve it. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, quick sponsor break, and then I got some announcements. All right, BTA Sports, quick heads up. Before you even think about placing an MLB bet this baseball season, go Phils. You need to check out BTA Sports app. I'm telling you right now, this app is used in combination with a betting sports app. Now, what you do, it is like betting for dummies. And I know when it comes to betting for me, I'm a dum-dum. I don't know much about it. Parlays, I'm like, what the hell is that? Now, your girl knows horse betting, but you can't do that on the app yet. Right now, they got NFL and MLB. So we're in full gear with MLB season, okay? Now, what this does is they use AI and machine learning to set their lines, plus they got insights on every game and every player. You can build parlays, use their one-click daily fantasy optimizer. It's like I said, it's like a cheat code. And the best part, they're not a sports book. They don't take deposits. They just help you win. Whatever it is that you're doing, and that's your business. We don't want to know about it. Just go on there, check it out. Go download BTA Sports on the App Store or Google Play and see what I'm talking about, okay? Use the link that's in the description of this episode. And if you're a Google Play user, use the code Amanda215 at checkout to get yourself a discount. I'm telling you, now they got this thing where you can literally set yourself up on the BTA Sports app, whatever bet you want to put in, it'll optimize it for you, let you know, go ahead, or you might want to switcheroo a few things if you want to come out on top with this one, right? Once you got yourself set, they got an auto sync now. It'll send it directly to whatever it is, whatever app you're using to put that in. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Please play responsibly. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER because I don't want no problems. And I don't want no problems for you because I care about you and I love you. Okay? All right. Now, before I wrap up, I want to let you know a few things that's on the docket. Okay? We got a show coming up March 24th, May 24th. Live casino. Come out and see your girl. That's me. Come out and see DJ Gabe. He was with me at Soul Joel's. He's a piss. You'll love him. And come see my girl Pam from Port Richmond. All three of us, hosted by Soul Joel's. Shout out to Soul Joel's. We will be at Live Casino, hon. May 24th, Sunday, May 24th. It's Memorial Day weekend. So if you need plans Memorial Day weekend, now you got them. Come out and see me. The link for the ticket is in this description, or you can find the link in my bio on Instagram, which is It's Amanda Yo. If you're not following me yet, what are you doing? All right, what else do I have to say? Call in my hotline. You got something you want to rant and rave about? You got a story? You got some tea? You got some gossip? You got something you want to tell me that you want me to comment on? Call it up and call it in. Even text it up or text it in if you don't even want to call. Okay? 267-225-7853. You could say, go ahead, say it's from me because I want to hear my name shouted out on the show. Or you can say, leave me anonymous, but girl, I got to tell you what's going on. Whatever it is you want to do, call it in, boo. Okay? Or text it in. Whatever floats your boat. I think that's it. I think we're good to go for this week. I hope we all have a wonderful weekend. Get out there. Get feral, baby. Until next time. Love you, mean it.